system of equations, and second one is called as homogeneous system of equations. Now, how to recognize this? If the equation looks like this, Ax is equal to b, then it is non-homogeneous, and if Ax is equal to non-matrix, then it is homogeneous. What is meaning of matrix B? B means it is a matrix of constants. In this matrix B, there may be some zeros, but not all zeros. But in other case, the right hand side matrix will be the null matrix, all will be the zeros. Okay. Now, let us do one by one. Suppose I want to start with non-homogeneous system of equations. See what are which explained in the videos, but let me tell you again. Now there are two cases. First one is whether the system is consistent or it is inconsistent. So what we do is, the first step is you have to write the matrix A partition B. What is this matrix called as? This matrix is called as augmented matrix. Okay. So A means the coefficients of all variables on the left hand side of the equation, and B means the right hand side constants. See that this is a single matrix. Then you are going to find out R. R is what? Rank of matrix A, and R dash is rank of the whole augmented matrix AB. Once you find out these two ranks, there are two cases. One is either R is equal to R dash or R is not equal to R dash. If R is equal to R dash, means system is consistent. What is meaning of consistent system? Means it has a solution, means solution exists. Whereas if R is not equal to R dash, system is called as inconsistent, means it has no solution. So you cannot proceed further. Usually in exam, when the problem comes for at around 7 to 8 marks, the system will be of this type, consistent. Because if the system is inconsistent, it has no solution, means you cannot proceed further, right? So system is consistent means R is equal to R dash. Now, where system is consistent, there are again two cases. One is if R is equal to R dash is equal to N, and if R is equal to R dash which is less than N. What is N? N means the number of unknowns in the system of equations. For example, the system contains 3 unknowns, x, y, z, right? So N will be 3. Sometimes x, y, z, w. Then N will be 4. So in this way, you can find out number of unknowns. So if number of unknowns is same as the rank R and R dash, then the system has unique solution. System has unique solution. And if the other case arises, then system has infinite solutions. Okay. So this tree is very, very important while solving problems. Hopefully you are taking down. So what I said, we are starting with non-homogeneous system of equations. X is equal to B. First step is we will be writing augmented matrix A partition B. Partition means it is just a dotted line we are going to put, but it comes under the same matrix. We are finding two ranks here. R is the rank of A by ignoring the last column, and R dash is the rank of the whole matrix. There are two possibilities. R is equal to R dash and R is not equal to R dash. When R is equal to R dash, the system has solution. It is consistent always. Again, there are two subtypes. If R is equal to R dash is equal to N, then system has unique solution. Unique solution means what, students? You get a single value for the variables x, y, z and whatever. Okay, that will be the only solution. And if R is equal to R dash is less than N, then it has infinite number of solutions. Okay. Any doubt here? We'll proceed for the example. Now see the problem. Okay. You can take down this problem. Test. I'll be asking questions, students, in between. Test. Whether the system x plus y plus z equal to 6, x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 10, and 2x plus 4y plus 6z equal to 8 is consistent. Okay, so try to understand the problem, students. There is a system of equations given and it is asked whether this system is consistent, means whether this system has a solution. It may be unique solution, it may be infinite solution. Okay, so let us start. As I have said in the previous part, we'll go according to steps. First step is to write the augmented matrix. Okay, so write the augmented matrix first. Augmented matrix. What is augmented matrix? How we write? Matrix A partition B, which is equal to, now see how to write A. A means what? All the coefficients on the left hand side of equation. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. So these are all coefficients on the left hand side, students, right? Then I'll put a dotted line here. It is just for our convenience. 6, 10 and 8. That is the right hand side constant. This is called as augmented matrix A partition B. It is a single matrix. Okay. Now we need to find out the rank of this matrix. And to find out rank of the matrix, you have to convert it to the echelon form. And for echelon form, what is the main condition? What we do for echelon form? Pradyumna, what is the condition for echelon form? Can you unmute yourself? Pradyumna. Am I audible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Preksha? Yeah. So who will tell me? Preksha, can you tell? What is the main condition to convert the matrix to echelon form?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, what is the condition to yes, tell.
The first element of has to be 0 and only row transformation can be used.
Yeah, but what is the condition? The condition is you can apply only row transformation to convert the matrix to the echelon form, right? Whatever you said is correct. The first number should be non-zero, then there should be increasing number of zeros and all. But what is the condition? You have to use only row transformation. Okay. So let us start. So who will tell me the first condition, first transformation? Now see, these are your target elements, right? 1 and 2. In place of 1 and 2, you want 0. Nigel, can you tell me the first transformation?
R2 minus R1
And
R3 minus 2 R1.
Very good. Okay. So R2 changes to R2 minus R1 and R3 changes to R3 minus 2 R1. Correct. Okay. Because at place of 1 and 2 we want 0. Now the sign is like this. Don't put equal to sign. Now first row we are not touching at all. 1, 1, 1, 6. Okay. So these elements have become zeros now. 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. With these transformations, you have to complete the matrix. Correct? So complete the matrix fast. So what you got, students?
1, 2 and 4.
Yes. Adira, can you tell? Adira, tell me the second row.
0, 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. Very
4.
good. Yes. Then Bipin, can you tell me the last row?
Ma'am, 0, 2, 5 and minus 4.
0, 2, 4, and
2,
the last
5 and
number?
minus 4. 5 and minus 4. Ma'am, 4 is not there.
See, what transformation you are
0,
doing,
2,
Bipin?
5.
You are doing R3 minus 2 R1, right?
Yes,
So this is 6, right?
yes.
So 6
Yes, yes, yes.
minus
Ma'am. Yeah.
what, yeah?
Ma'am, I'm wrong. Mistake I did.
Yeah. Okay.
4.
Then tell
4 and
last number,
minus 4.
minus 4. Yes. Okay. So this is the matrix. Is it echelon form, Dwayne?
No, ma'am.
No. So now tell me which is your target element?
2.
2. Right? So in place of 2, how you will bring 0, Dwayne? Tell me the transformation.
On R3, do R3 minus 2 R1.
R3 changes to R3 minus 2.
R1.
What?
2 R1.
R1 if you take, then this element will change, Nire, first element. Because 0 minus 2 will become
R2.
minus 2 here.
R2.
R2. Yes. So in the next step, you should not take help of R1 because that R1 will change your 0 which you already got here. So what is the use of previous transformation? So very carefully you have to choose the transformations, right? So here you are changing only R3 students, right? So R1 same, R2 same, and now R3. This element is 0, this element is 0. Now what will come here at the two remaining places? Fazila, can you tell me remaining two elements?
Yes, ma'am. 0 and minus 12.
0 and minus 12, very good. 0 and minus 12, correct. And this is our partition here. Okay. And is it echelon form now, Rishikesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And can you tell me what is R and what is R dash here? Rishikesh? What will be R here?
Sorry, ma'am.
What will be R?
3.
R will be? Okay, what is
3.
basically R? R is, see here, R is rank of A, right? You have to hide the last column. Yes or no? You have to hide the last column. Tell me what is the rank of this part?
Oh.
Huh? How many number of non-zero rows are there, Rishikesh?
2.
2.
R is
So
2.
R is 2. Very good. And what is R dash? R dash is rank of whole matrix. Correct? So here we don't hide any column. So what is R dash? Rishikesh,
3.
what is R dash? 3.
3.
Yes. Very good. So when you find out R, you have to hide the last column, students. And when you find out R dash, you have to consider this as a single matrix, and R dash is 3. So what it implies? It implies that R is not equal to R dash. And R is not equal to R dash means what is the type of the system? Isn't it inconsistent? When R is not equal to R dash, the system is inconsistent, means it has no solution. So your answer is what? This system is inconsistent. Okay? It was asked to test whether the system is consistent or inconsistent. And your answer is the system is inconsistent. Okay? Any doubt in this? If you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, I'll go ahead with the next problem.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you repeat the last line what you said?
R and R dash.
Yes, ma'am.
See, what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
R? How you find R? R means rank of this part, A, matrix A, right? So that last row is 0 row, no? So how many non-zero rows are there? 2. So R is 2. Understood? Then remove your hand and see what is rank of the whole matrix. Last row is not 0 row now. Why? Because there is minus 12. So how many number of non-zero rows are there? First is non-zero, second is non-zero, third is also non-zero row, no? Because of minus 12. 0 row means all should be zeros. So R dash is equal to 3. So these two ranks are not same, therefore the system is inconsistent. Suppose in place of minus 12 you have, yes?
Then both would be equal, then it would be consistent.
Then it will be consistent. Okay. Suppose in place of minus 12 you have 0. Then R will be equal to R dash, no? R is 2 as well as R dash will be also 2 in that case.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now let us do the next problem. We take down the problem like this. Show that the following system is consistent. Following system is consistent and hence solve the system. I repeat the question. Show that the following system is consistent and hence solve the system. The equations are given like this: x plus y plus z is equal to 4, 2x plus y minus z is equal to 1, x minus y plus 2z is equal to 2. Okay, so these are the three equations which you need to solve. Okay. Now, what is the first step, students? First step is write the augmented matrix. How it looks? A partition B. Okay. So for this problem, what will be the augmented matrix? What will come here first? Lenny, can you tell me? Augmented matrix. Hello, Lenny.
1 1 1 4
1 1 1 4
2 1 minus 1 1
2 1 minus 1 1
1 minus 1 2 2
1 minus 1 2 2. Very good. And then this is a partition line. Okay, so this is our augmented matrix. Now you need to convert it to the echelon form to find the ranks. Okay, so these are your target elements, because in the beginning of every row you should get 0 other than the first element, right? So now Manisha will tell me the transformation. What are the transformations, Manisha, we have to do in this step?
R2 minus R1.
R2 changes to R2 minus
R1. 2R1.
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 Yes. And R3 changes to
R3 minus 2R1.
Why 2R1?
Wait, ma'am. It's R1.
R1, correct. R3 minus R1. Very good. Okay, so these are the simple transformations which you are doing in the next step. So first row we are not changing because nothing is added or subtracted in the first row. Now this 2 minus 2 is 0, 2 1 minus 1 is 0. Now you are going to complete this matrix with the transformation. So complete this first. Maynard, I'm going to ask you about this matrix. Complete these two rows, please. Yeah. You done it already?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me.
0, minus 1, minus 3, minus 7.
Wait. On 0, minus 1,
Minus 3, minus 3,
and
minus 7, minus 7,
minus. Okay.
minus 2,
And
minus 2, 1, and minus 2.
And minus 2. Very good. See whether all are getting this. If anybody is facing any problem in getting these numbers, you can tell me. I'll show you the calculation. So it is very important to understand. Okay. So I hope everybody got this matrix. But still it is not echelon form because you don't have increasing number of zeros, right? So the next transformation, which is your target element now? This. Okay. So now, man, can you tell me what is the next transformation? Now, man.
Hello.
Yes.
R3 plus 2R1.
R3 changes to R3 plus
2R1.
Plus 2R1. Again, you are doing the mistake. R1.
Okay.
If you take it to R1, yes.
R3 minus 2R2.
Very good. 2R2 minus, because minus should become plus. Correct.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we can do R3 divided by minus 2 also now.
R3 divided by minus 2. So you'll get 1 there, no? You want 0, no? You want 0 there, right?
Yeah.
You cannot multiply by 0, remember.
Okay, ma'am.
You cannot multiply any row or any column by 0. Okay. So only R3 is changing at this step, right? The first two rows I am copying as it is. 0, 1, minus 3, minus 7. This is 0 and this has become 0. And now you have to calculate remaining two numbers. Rajat, can you tell me what are remaining two numbers here? R3 minus 2, R2.
Six and 12.
6
Hello.
and 12. Yes?
Yeah, 6 and 12.
Is it 6 and 12? Check. 12 is correct. See this number, no? 1 minus 2 into R2, no? So minus 3 into minus 3. So what is this? 1 plus 6, no? It should be 7, right? So do this type of rough work always to avoid the mistakes. Because see, in case of matrices, what happens? The problems are not difficult. But if you do a mistake in a single number, then your whole thing goes wrong. So very carefully you have to write the numbers, their signs. If you write plus, minus, minus, plus something, then it goes wrong. Right? Okay. So this is it echelon form now, students? Yes, no? It is clearly the echelon form because you got increasing number of zeros here. Now, rank of this part will be R. Who will tell me what is rank of this? Hide the last column. Roald, can you tell me what is rank of this part? Roald?
3, ma'am.
3, correct. Because there are 3 non-zero rows, correct? First one is non-zero, second one is non-zero, third one also is non-zero. And what will be R dash?
Also 3.
Also 3, correct. Because all 3 rows are non-zero rows. So R is equal to R dash. So what is your conclusion here? Here R is equal to R dash. So what is your first answer, students? It is consistent. Correct. But even if it is consistent, if you look at the tree which I have shown you here, there are two cases again. It may have unique solution it may have infinite solution. Unique solution means what? It should be equal to number of unknowns. And infinite solution when you get if it is less than number of unknowns. So how many unknowns are here, students, in the system of equations? See, x, y, z, right? In whole system you have three variables and those are called as the unknowns, x, y and z. So here n is equal to 3. And this implies r is equal to r dash is equal to n, which is equal to 3, and therefore it has unique solution. Okay? Now, when you say unique solution, what is that unique solution? That also you have to find out. Solution means what? What is value of x, what is value of y, and what is value of z. So, to find out this, see carefully students, you have to start from the last row always, last row. Now, what is last row? 0, 0, 7, 12, right? So, this is coefficient of x. So, 0x plus 0y plus 7z is equal to 12. So, I'll write 7z is equal to 12. Getting? From the last row. This gives me z is equal to 12 by 7 and I got value of z. Now take the second last row. Now what is the second last row? See, 0x minus y minus 3z is equal to minus 7. So first number is coefficient of x, second number is coefficient of y, third number is coefficient of z, and the right hand side is constant, which we have done in the first step itself, right? So second row gives me 0x, which I will not write, minus y minus 3z is equal to minus 7. This is our second equation. But in this again, we already got value of z, which we are going to put. So minus y minus 3 into 12 by 7 is equal to minus 7. Okay. So minus sign cancel throughout. So y plus 36 by 7 is equal to 7. So this implies y is equal to 7 minus 36 by 7. Correct? Simple calculation. It is 49, 7, 7 cross multiplication minus 36 by 7. 49 minus 36 by 7. So how much it is? Is it 13? 13 by 7. Okay. So in this way you got value of y also. Now to find value of x. Look at the first row. What is first row? X plus y plus z is equal to 4. But these rows should be taken from the echelon form of a matrix, not from the original matrix. Now remember, first you have to convert it to the echelon form and then start taking the rows in form of the equations. X is unknown. What is y you got just now? 13 by 7. What is z you got? 12 by 7. And the right hand side is 4. Correct? So it is x plus 25 by 7 is equal to 4. This implies x is equal to 4 minus 25 by 7. Correct, no? So this is 28 minus 25, 3 by 7. And in this way you got unique values, like see, x is equal to 3 by 7, y is equal to 13 by 7, and z is equal to 12 by 7. So this is called as the unique solution. The single value of x, y and z. And this is the solution of your system of equations with the help of matrices. Are you taking down, students?
Ma'am, could you explain how you got n?
N means number of unknowns. In this system, how many unknowns are there? See, no, x, y, z, variables. So in each equation there are 3 unknowns. No? Any other doubt, please ask. Even if it is minor doubt, you don't hesitate to ask. Because it is like class teaching. If you have any doubts should be cleared. Now one more thing I want to tell you, it is told to us to put your attendance in MIS software, like how we do for your regular classes otherwise, right? So at the end of the month, attendance will be calculated. Then there will be ITs, exams and all, everything will be proper. Don't ignore all these things. Now maybe in my next class, or after that I'll be giving you the assignment as well as quiz, right? And it will be on the spot. When class is going on, then only I will post the quiz or post the assignment, and I'll give you some time period, 10 to 15 minutes. You have to upload your answers. Okay. So no doubt in this problem. Any step which you are not followed? So should we go for the next problem?
Ma'am, just show the last part, ma'am, calculation part. It's not visible in the camera, so I just...
Okay. Just wait a minute. This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done. We'll start with the next problem. Okay, you can see today's last problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now take down the problem. The statement is same. I'll not write the statement, I'll just dictate. Test the following system for consistency. Test the following system for consistency and solve if consistent. And solve if consistent. Okay. So the equations are like this. It is x minus y plus z is equal to 2, 3x minus y plus 2z is equal to minus 6, 3x plus y plus z is equal to minus 18. I read the equations again. X minus y plus z is equal to 2, 3x minus y plus 2z is equal to minus 6, 3x plus y plus z is equal to minus 18. Okay. Now you need to solve this system of equations. It is definitely non-homogeneous because right hand sides are non-zero constants. So as usual, our first step is to write the augmented matrix A partition B. Okay. So A partition B matrix, we will tell. Vidula, can you tell what is this matrix?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
1 minus 1, 1, 2. 2.
Yeah,
Then
done.
3, 3 minus 1, 2, minus 6. 1 minus 18.
Very good. And Vidula, one more thing. You do you watch the videos which I send on the group? Are they accessible for you? Because
Yes,
I got some mails from your name for the permission of the access of the videos. So I thought you have any problem in accessing the videos. Right? They are opening, right?
No, ma'am, not. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let us continue. Now as usual you have to convert it to the echelon form. So which are the target elements? These 3 and these 3, right? So quickly, Riva, can you tell me what are the transformations? Hello, Riva. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Riva, tell me transformations.
Hello.
Yes, Riva, I can hear you.
R3 goes to R3 minus 3 times R1. And R2 is 3 times R1.
R2 is R2 minus 3 R1 and R3 is R3 minus 3 R1. Very good. Okay. Okay. Rashi, you are going to tell me the matrix now. Okay. Rashi. First row is same, right? 1, minus 1, 1, 2. This element is
Yes,
0,
ma'am.
this element is 0. Okay. Tell me what are the remaining elements, Rashi?
Ma'am, I'm solving.
Solve. Take your own time. What, Rashi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello?
Hello, Rashi.
Zero.
Okay. And?
Third is 0, 4, minus 2, minus 24.
All are getting same? Is it coming 0 there? Second row, last element is 0.
Ma'am, it's minus 12, right?
Where?
Minus 12.
Minus 12.
Yes. Rashi, is it minus 12?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is minus 12. Okay. All are getting same elements, correct? Now is it echelon form? No, because this element has to be 0. This is your target element now. So let us do the next transformation. Preksha, can you tell me the next transformation?
R3 minus 2 R2.
Yes, R3 goes to R3 minus 2 R2. Very good. You are not taking help of R1 now because this 0 first 0 will become non-zero, right? So only R3 is changing. First row same, second row same, and then this will become 0, 0. Tell me the last two numbers. What will come here? 0, 0, right? Right? Yes. Clearly 0, 0. Is it echelon form? Yes. Increasing number of zeros. So now I want R. Nigel, can you tell me what is R here?
2, ma'am.
R is 2, correct. Because you have to hide the last column. The last row is 0 row, so you should not count 0 row. So R is 2. And Pradin, what is R dash? R dash is rank of the whole matrix, right? Pradin? Are you there, Pradin? Norman? Norman, can you tell? Am I visible?
Hello. Yes.
Not me, the paper.
R dash
Yes.
is 2.
R dash is also 2, correct. Because last row is 0 row, no here, full row is 0 row. So R is also 2 and R dash is also 2. So clearly we say that R is equal to R dash is equal to 2. So our first answer is system is consistent. Correct? Now I want to know what is N. Abul, can you tell me what is N here, number of unknowns? Abul, are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, what is N here?
Oh, ma'am, and I'm not sure, ma'am. Screen
Huh?
is very little blur also, ma'am.
But you are not writing. You are not writing.
No, ma'am,
You
I
don't
was
have.
writing,
Hmm?
ma'am. Then afterwards I stopped, ma'am.
Why?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You have the
Screen.
equations, no? You have equations.
Yes, ma'am.
You have 3 equations. So see how many unknowns are there in the equations.
Ma'am, 3.
3. So N is equal to 3, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in between screen was blur, ma'am. Then that's
Okay.
why, ma'am.
So
Sorry.
see what I'm saying, no? In between, even though the screen is blurred, you are also solving. You have understood the concept. You have watched the videos, right? So you should continue solving, right? In this way only the lectures will go. So I just request all of you to go with the flow, because don't wait and tell me after finishing the unit that ma'am, I had network problems, I couldn't see, I couldn't understand this, that. I don't want these answers at the end of the topic, right? If you have any issues, now only you need to discuss. Okay, now see, it is almost at the end of the lecture. Now you are telling me that the screen was blurred, you didn't write anything. In between, if you request me, I will dictate for you, right, Abul? So others also, I don't want these reasons at the end of the topic or at the end of the lecture. If you have any issues, then in between only you have to discuss that.
Ma'am, can you send these pages later by clicking a picture? Because even in the recording it's come blur, I think, in middle.
Okay, I'll send. Yes. Okay. So this is about the R and R dash, number of unknowns 3. So R is equal to R dash is equal to 2, but it is less than N, right? And if it is less than N, then what our tree says, which I have shown you in the beginning of the class, R is equal to R dash. Yes, infinite solution. It is less than N means it goes under this category, infinite solutions. So here only you can write down you are getting infinite solutions. Now, infinite solutions means you need to get the answer in terms of some unknown. For example, K. Now, here also we find out what are infinite solutions we get. Again, we start with the last row of the echelon form. But last row is 0 row, we cannot do anything. Then go to second last row. Now, this is 0x, right? We don't write. Then 2y minus z is equal to minus 12. Okay. This is the second row I am taking. From second row, I am writing the equation. Okay. But now if you observe, there is a single equation with 2 unknowns. So you are not going to get value of y or value of z as some known constant, definitely. So when this case comes, are you listening carefully? Please listen, this is important. The situation here is you have one equation and 2 unknowns. So you are not going to get value of y or z as the known constant. You are going to get y in terms of z or z in terms of y, right? So what is the way out? In this situation, what you are going to do is you can take any one variable as k, as I said, in terms of unknowns. Okay. So put z is equal to k. You can put y is also equal to k, no problem. So what will happen? See, 2y minus k will be equal to minus 12 and 2y will be equal to minus 12 plus k, right? And this will give you y is equal to k minus 12 divided by 2. Please to understand this. Wherever there is z, I put k, and then I solved the equation. I kept only y on one side and transferred all the terms to other side. So this is my y. Now z is done, y is done. Now x. For x, which row you are going to take? First row. Now in the first row, what is the equation? 1x minus 1y plus 1z is equal to 2. Right? Now x is unknown. What is y? Y is k minus 12 by 2. And z is what? Z is k is equal to 2. So nothing I did. I put y and z, which we got in the previous step. Now transfer the terms to other side. It will be x is equal to, this is 2. This is minus c here. Minus the bracket, no? When you transfer it to other side, it will become plus. Plus k minus 12 by 2. And this plus k will become minus k. Right? And now you can take the LCM. So when you take the LCM, what will happen? It will be 2. So 2 to the 4 plus k minus 12 and minus 2k. Cross multiplication. So what you get for x here? Minus k minus 8 divided by 2. So this is your x. So if you observe x, y, z, all three are coming in terms of k, right? Now why this is called as infinite solution? Because for different values of k, you are going to get the different answer. Now actually your solution ends here. But let me tell you why it is called as infinite solution. For example, suppose I choose k is equal to 0, suppose, right? So can you tell me what will be value of x here? 0 minus 8 by 2, so it will be minus 4, right? Y will be what? 0 minus 12 by 2, so it will be minus 6. What will be z? Z is k, means z will be 0. Then if you choose k is equal to 1, just for your understanding I am explaining this. This step you are not doing. K equal to 1. Minus 1 minus 8 is minus 9. So x is minus 9 by 2. Y will be what? Minus 13 by 2. No? Minus 11 by 2. And z will be 1. If you take k is equal to 100, what will happen? If you take k is equal to 1000, what will happen? Right? So in every value of k, you are getting different set of solutions. Different values of x, y, z. And that's why we call this as infinite solutions. Okay. So whenever you get infinite solution, means you should prepare your mind that you are going to get the answers for x, y, z in terms of unknown. Okay. So any doubt at any step?
Ma'am, we have to
Can you
find.
please move the page?
Yeah, on top.
What? Now?
A bit more. A bit more. Yeah, fine.
Ma'am, we have to find k is equal to 0 and k is equal to 1, right?
No.
So that's.
Just I am explaining.
Okay, that step
It
is
is
not required.
how? Not required.
Okay, ma'am.
It is not required. Why it is called an infinite solution? For that I am giving you the example. So in today's class we did the non-homogeneous system of equations, right? So three things we did: when the system is inconsistent and what happens when the system is consistent. Under consistency there are two different cases. One is unique solution and other is infinite solution. Right? In next class we'll solve some more examples. I'll give you the set of unknowns which are other than x, y, z, and you have to find out values of those unknowns with the help of echelon form of a matrix. Okay. So is it done? Everybody has taken down the solutions. I will post the pics of this in the group. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And if anybody can.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me.
Ma'am, is it necessary to show the k values, like putting the k values and solving further?
No. You have to stop here. X equal to minus 3 minus 8 by 2. That's all. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Done? Any doubts? Should I take attendance? So as I told you, attendance is important for MIS now. We have to start from 7th onwards. The attendance will be put in MIS. Okay. So just go on typing your numbers. 1, 2, 3. 3 is absent. 3 is there. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 absent. Okay. So 11 is there. 13, 14, 14, 14 absent. 15, 16, 16 absent. 17. Okay, 14 is
present,
there.
ma'am.
Yes, 16 is absent. Okay, 17, 18, 19. 19 is absent. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,